Okay, hello, it's Josie from Basic Horse Training. Going to show you some work to do on your seat today to help improve that. One of the things I do when I do seat work is I have a little monkey grip on my saddle here, and when I can get the silly thing undone, I clip it through my reins so that I can do some work without my reins without actually losing them. Now, only do this work if you're comfortable doing it with your horse. Obviously, I don't want anyone to get hurt. A lot of us work a lot on our own, and these are some exercises and ways that I worked out to sort my seat out in the early days working on my own from home. Most people sit right on a horse a little bit like this with their toes and their legs rolled out, and they sit back on their bottom with their legs a bit in front or their legs a little bit too much forward and they're sitting on their crutch. And what we need to do is get ourselves so that our body is in alignment, and I'm sure most of you have heard of the ear, shoulder, hip, heel alignment. An easier way to think of it is we actually stand astride our horse. We do not sit on a horse, we stand astride it, and if the horse is whipped out from underneath us, we should land balanced on our feet. If my legs are too far forward here, already I can feel myself falling backwards, and if I'm trying to rise trot, I would need to use my arms for leverage. These are some exercises that I did to help. The first one, I'll get spides working, and because I've got, if you'd like to walk, ways to help you find your seat bones. When you're doing these on your horse as well, just be careful. Some horses can be a bit sensitive about your body parts moving on them, so please be careful. And if you're worried and you've got a helper, you can always get someone to lead. So the first one to help you find your seat bones is just literally gently bring your leg up and down, up and down, up and down. Outside one can come up, and when you're at the top there, and if you're in a saddle that works, fits your horse properly, you should feel your seat bones. And down and up and down, and because when I come up my seat stops, spider actually stops, because it's hard for me to keep my seat flowing and bring my leg up. And then when you get really good at it, you can bring two up. If you're comfortable, honestly, don't do this on a horse you're not comfy on. I don't really want anyone to get hurt, but I can really feel my seat bones here. I'm sitting back on my bottom, I'm aware of that, but these are exercises to help you fix your seat up, and you should be able to do them in walk, trot and canter. I've got a monkey grip if I need it. Woo. And walk, good boy. Good boy. Another one that you can do is the scissor kick. So yeah, leg comes forward and back, forward and back. Now what you're trying not to do, and what I see a lot of the people I teach do, is they do this with their lower leg. We're not aiming to get the lower leg mobile, we're aiming to get the thigh mobile. So you actually have to move from this joint here, forward and back, forward and back. If you do these every day while you're warming your horse up, you've warmed yourself up, you've stretched. And I'm doing the outside one, forward and back, forward and back. And you should be able to do those at trot too. Spider's had a week's holiday and he's being a bit lazy. So don't hang on, or you can hang on to your monkey grip or the front of your saddle if you need to while you're learning, because really you should be actually balanced on your horse and not gripping anyway. Ooh. Good boy. Okay, some seat fixes. Another one, when you're riding the horse and you're actually turning, you should be able to turn the top of your body independent to the bottom of your body. I've picked the corner of my arena because I've got 3 sides, which makes it easier for me. Obviously don't do this one if you're not happy to let go of the reins, but if you are, you can have your arms straight out and just turning. What the aim is to try to keep your belly button pointing forward while the top of your body turns. And it's so that you get some suppleness yourself through your waist. And if I turn this way with a bit of luck, and it's not going to happen, Spider should actually turn. He goes, I'd like to go down the end of the arena because I've had a week's holiday and I don't feel like working today. And then there's another one where you just get your shoulders mobile. If you've got someone to lead you, get them to lead you to start with. These are really, really good exercises because whilst you're doing this, you should be relaxed through the rest of your body. And if you get to this point and your horse decides to go down there, you can just, yeah, good boy, ask him to come around. That's why this is here. All right, a lot of people I notice sit with a bit of a wrong tilt in their pelvis, and this, a lot of that comes from the upper thigh, or their upper thigh is a little bit too far forward. And this is a really good exercise to do that. But this is also one of those where horses that are sensitive may hump and bark, so just be careful. I do these exercises on my horses. I'm always thinking about my position when I'm riding, so I'll just wait till we get around on the side so you can see the inside of Spider. So when you do this one, be gentle to start with to make sure you're not going to upset your horses, because a lot of them can be ticklish around this flank area. But if you slide your leg up, and that's where they can get a bit woohoo, and that is stretching my drivers, like down the front of my thigh. That one down, stretch that up, and the aim is to try to let your leg down, good boy, and not allow your thigh to pop back forward. And then, so that one goes up this way. It's all right, Spidey. And if you can get it right up there, that's good. And eventually, if you can get it, you can get both up, and this will really, really give you a feeling, okay, this isn't the position we want you in, but it gives you the feeling of your belly button or your belt buckle leading, which is how you shouldn't be like this on a horse riding, all collapsed. The belt buckle, I almost feel like somebody's doing that with my belt buckle, and that's from a supple, soft back. Lower legs are also an issue, and I definitely have a right leg that wants to turn out. In fact, you can see there, that's its natural position. That's not good enough for riding. What you do is, what I think of is I lift it slightly and push my heels out. So I'm almost rolling my thigh in. Girls that have got bigger thighs might actually need to put their hand under there and turn their thigh. But if you just heels out, oh good boy, and that will help you get your legs straight to where you're going. So I will, when I'm riding, especially this right leg, my toe wants to go out. I'll often think, push the ankle bone out, Josie. You'll see coming at the camera, and I'll go out because it wants to sit like that. Now you should be able to do all of these sitting in without stirrups eventually, but also with stirrups. And I'll just steer him on the open side, and I can do all of these, and see, you'll see my right toe go, and I need to put it back. Good boy. You should be able to do all them at walk, at trot, including knees up. I'm not balancing on anything here but my core strength, and canter. Obviously you only do them if you're comfortable doing them. Don't you be cheeky from a week off. No legs, no legs, I'm balanced. Hope they help. I made a commitment to myself to do them every single day for 6 weeks in my warm-up for my horse quite a few years ago now, and I said to myself, if they don't make any difference to me, I'll stop doing them, and if they do, they do. So I had everything to gain, nothing to lose, and to this day I still do work on myself and on my seat. Thanks.